Well, most people's eyes are fixed squarely on what's going on in Santa Clara this upcoming weekend, a certain big game on the horizon, which will have some special content for you a little bit later in this Raiders report. But here in Watertown, things have been busy once again with a lot of action on the hardwood this week. And we start things off with the boys basketball team, who turned in a dominant performance to kick off the week. Watertown rolled past the Community Academy of Health and Science, otherwise referred to as CASH, for the remainder of this report, 76-43 in non-league action. The Raiders took control early, jumping out to a 23-10 lead after one quarter behind junior captain Michael Nishinian and sophomore Michael Caterino. Nishinian dominated inside and at the free throw line, while Caterino set the tone in transition and from the perimeter. The scoring continued throughout the second and third quarters, with Caterino knocking down 5 3-pointers and finishing with 29 points in 3 quarters. Nishinian added 27 points, including 4 threes of his own. And Tuesday night brought a doubleheader to the Victor Palladino Gymnasium at Watertown Middle School, where the boys and girls basketball teams were both in action. The boys opened the night against Stoneham, returning to league play and looking to build on momentum. Watertown stayed competitive early, led by senior Andrew Malvani's rebounding and effort, and held a 1-point lead after the first quarter. The second quarter proved decisive. The Raiders struggled offensively and managed just 4 points in the quarter, while Stoneham took control by attacking the paint. Watertown trailed by 12 at halftime, unable to generate a sustained run in the second half, losing 58-39. Michael Nishinian led all Watertown scorers with 11 points. The girls followed in the nightcap, entering the game still atop the Freedom Division standings, looking to bounce back after consecutive losses. Watertown got off to a strong start, executing its half-court offense and getting all 5 starters on the score sheet in the first quarter. A difficult second quarter allowed Stoneham to close the gap, making it a 1-point game at halftime. But the Raiders took control after the break. Senior captain Sophia Satui sparked a surge, scoring 15 points, mixing in drives to the basket and mid-range jumpers. Watertown held Stoneham to just 7 points in the third quarter and 5 in the fourth, pulling away for a 48-33 win. And a quick note on the ice, where the Watertown Wayland boys ice hockey team dropped a third straight game on Wednesday night, playing tough against Wilmington, losing narrowly 4-3. So that wraps up your Raiders report, but now we're going to talk a little bit about the Patriots, specifically Super Bowl 60. And we're actually going to rewind the clock about 10 years to the last time the Patriots and Seahawks faced off in the Super Bowl. I'm going to cut to a clip of my predecessor, Ethan Scarduzio, who was hosting the Watertown Weekly News Sports Report, giving his bold take on what the final score of that Super Bowl would be. Check it out.
And of course, the Patriots are facing off against the Seattle Seahawks this Sunday, February 1st in Arizona, and as a lifelong Patriots fan, I have to make a prediction. Look for LeGarrette Blount to have a big day on Sunday as the Patriots win 28-24 in a very close game. Well, that's all for sports. I'm Ethan Scarduzio for Watertown Weekly News. Go Pats!
And the final of that Super Bowl was indeed 28-24. So I'm now going to attempt to duplicate Ethan's ability to foresee the future by predicting Super Bowl 60's final score, which I'm going to say is going to be Patriots 17, Seahawks 14 in a defensive battle that comes down to a late field goal and a very clutch drive by everyone's favorite quarterback, Drake May. Now, that's my prediction, but before we wrap up for this Raiders report, I have one more small treat for you. As I was watching back that clip of Ethan making his prediction, what followed was some pretty delightful analysis from our very own Rob Scudder and Jim Vershbow. So let's check that out.
Let's take a look at the full weekend forecast. Friday will be the warmest of the days, but expect a few inches of snow, maybe just enough to break out the shovels. The snow may continue Saturday morning, but clear up on Sunday. Sunday night will be colder than a Marshawn Lynch press conference.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, whoops.
You've got a shirt on. You've got a hat. Why do we do this?
Because we're not impartial.
No, we're not. We are rooting for the local 11. as for the Patriots.
I'm glad you got that.
Yeah, 11. Well, see, Seattle has the 12.
Oh, that's right.
12th man. We only have 11, so you know they're cheating.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of cheating, but yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a good game. What is your predictions?
I'm going to take the Patriots, 30-17.
Wow. I am going to go with New England, 24-21, kicking a field goal in the last minute to win it.
Favorite Super Bowl food?
Favorite Super Bowl food is anything that I can put in front of me on my lap and not make such a mess. You know, whether it's chicken wings or nachos or pizza, or it doesn't matter. So
What time do you want me there?
you can come. You can come right anytime after 10 o'clock at night.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, no, you can come. I'm going to watch it at home, and my wife's going to get mad because I'm going to get really nervous and then want to shut the TV off and go take a walk because
Maybe you should record the game and watch it on a delayed basis. And you can
Yeah,
fast forward through all
that's
the
not a
bets.
bad idea. I have this anxiety about the Patriots. Not so much any of the other teams in town, just about them. The last 2 Super Bowls, they didn't do so well. So I'm hoping maybe this time it'll be a little different.
Yep.
So,
Well, should be very exciting. Monday will be a big letdown after all the talk is over and the game's been played.
It was those hats that really got me in that clip. Really good analysis from Rob and Jim there. So everybody enjoy the game this weekend. We'll be back next week with more action from around the world of Raiders sports. But in the meantime, myself and many others now turn our sights to Super Bowl 60. So back over to you, Rob and Jim.